Amoakohene, Amoakohene, Okumeni Beka, Hello, lovely viewers. Today is the 17th March and the fifth time the Supreme Court sits on the case between Mr. Amra and the family of the deceased, Mr. Charles. We hope that at the end of this hearing, justice is indeed served. I am Julius Amako, reporting live from the Supreme Court.
Court in session. Counsel, any last submissions?
Yes, Your Honor. For over 4 hearings, the complainant has been unable to prove beyond reasonable doubt that my client is responsible for the death of Mr. Charles. To avoid further delay and waste of court time, we plead this honorable court set my client free. He is innocent and he must be allowed to return to school to continue studies and leadership duty. I rest my case.
Very well. Counsel, any last submission before I pronounce my rulings on this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I am aware of the extensive back and forth this case has required. However, today, I confidently say that great authorities, we are all working towards the same goal, ensuring that justice prevails. Today, I cannot present today's honorable court the evidence that we waiting for.
Is there no witness?
Your Honor,
are you sure?
Someone into this now.
Who is he? Do you know him? Are you sure?
Witness, please take the Bible in your right hand and repeat it to me. So let me swear that the evidence I shall do shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help to God.
Mr. Watson, kindly state your name and full name for your records.
My name is Dr. Samuel. Friday yesterday, I was in education and until the night of the disease. Best friend.
Very well. What happened and what do you know about everything that has happened?
Soon, the three of us started our meetings to lay down strategies on how to win this particular election. During our meetings, I would suggest clean ways to win by suggesting strategies such as 1. Providing shuttles for people to lectures. 2. Enforcing security personnel. 3. Ensuring there is free Wi-Fi on all corners of campus to enable flow of learning. Kunta will always interfere and say my ideas are outdated and archaic, and that strategies do not win elections nowadays, but actions do. He would go on to suggest actions, very bad ones such as 1. Pumping money into the system. 2. Buying people off, and if they refuse, we threaten them to back out. 3. Bribing the EC and his committee. And almost every time we met, there was a misunderstanding between us because we were never on the same page. One evening, when we got back from our usual campaign rounds, I tried advising Ampra to take Kunta out of our team, but he would have none of that. He had his own reasons. I stopped talking about it because my very good friend told me it is starting to look like I don't want him to win. I stopped talking about it and we slept. Early in the morning, my phone kept buzzing and ringing, feeling very sleepy and lazy to wake up. But I had to pick up and know who was calling when the call kept ringing. When I picked up, the voice said, "Hello, Watson." I responded, and the next thing I heard was, "Charles is dead." I was confused. Goodness, Charles? Which Charles? The speaker said, "Charles, of course, our competitor, the leader for the Student People's Party." Wow! Through this conversation, my friend Ampra was fast asleep. I told the person I don't believe it because just yesterday when we were doing our door-to-door campaign, we saw him also doing his, and we even exchanged pleasantries. He ended the call and sent me pictures afterwards. When I saw the pictures of his dead body, goodness, I was broken. In a rush, I woke Ampra up and told him what had happened. We were both broken, or so I thought. I even asked Ampra who would do that and for what reason. Is it because he's the people's favorite SPC? We rushed out to go and see with our own eyes. Fast forward, one evening, when I was returning from lectures as usual, heading towards the hostel, I overheard Ampra talking on the phone with someone, so I eavesdropped, where he vividly said on the phone, "I didn't instruct you to kill him. I only said you should scare him into stepping down." These are his words. He looked very disturbed. At that point, I knew my friend was gone, and any mistake from me would also put my life in danger. I hid outside for some time and made sure he was asleep before I went in. I took his phone and began my search. I took pictures of his charts and all the evidences I could find. I decided to be the change. I must say, I was shocked, terrified, and surprised. I couldn't even meet my friend the same way again. Is this how hungry he was for power? Or could this be the influence of Kunta? I thought to myself. He was supposed to be the student voice. He was supposed to be the change. We were the ones supposed to inspire our fellow students to be better. But how? I mean, how? I decided I would confront him and convince him to make amends, but I had to wait till morning. That night, indeed, I found it so hard to close my eyes until I finally dozed off in my thoughts. At dawn, while fast asleep, I could hear someone tapping me. I was startled, but I woke up. It was Ambra waking me up. I was all sleepy, and all I could hear was he instructing me to wear my shirt and let's go escort him, for there was an emergency. Half conscious, I felt the rush and just followed him out until we got to an empty street where there was no witness, and all I heard my friend say is, "Does this street look familiar to you?" It was then things started adding up. It was the same street Charles was killed. He brought out my phone and showed it to me. "So you tried snitching on me as my friend and trusted one?" I tried talking him out, but it was too late. He signaled, and boom, Kunta came out of the forest holding a big stick. Before the action, he said, "I'm sorry, Watson. I can't have you ruin my life. You knew too much." I started pleading for him to spare me, and I promised not to tell anyone. He just couldn't trust me any longer. He signaled Kunta once again and left the scene. I guess he couldn't stand the sight of his only friend being brutally murdered. Kunta started beating me mercilessly. Goodness me, I tried breaking free by fighting back. Kunta hit me with a stick on my head twice and left me there, bleeding, thinking I'll bleed to death, thinking I wouldn't survive. He had to rush out because I think he noticed someone was coming in that direction. And yes, I wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for the passerby.
What? Ambra, it is true, and you didn't tell me.
Yes, Your Honor. As part of the witness testimony, they have been able to recover all hostages and printed them, tender eating as evidence. It has also come to our attention that his accomplice, Mr. Kunta, after hearing of the incident, has flew away from campus to hiding.
Osei Tutu, Osei Tutu Senior High School. Only 2008. What was it? I'm going to this year. And then, and the other was that the appointment. A sunset, the next thing is for that's and that's it. Now, who found out the assassin? I'm on the guy, I didn't cut doctor. Any more, my reading. And so, when you say, you're getting answer, I hope I don't know. I'm not enough for the movement. Of course, yeah, who are putting for princess, or pay us some money in Eura, Yadina, Papa, regional minister, and my son's money. Thank you.